Welcome back to Ciara Talks, where we dive into the minds and methods of high performers. For my next guest, I flew over to London to have a chat with the owner of Smoothe record labels, with 500 million streams online. A man that needs no introduction, but certainly deserves one, Roy Smoothe. A big question that I have been dying to ask you is, was there a pivotal moment in your life where you decided to take on the persona of Roy Smoothe?
Pivotal moment, yes.
Okay.
Wasn't planned. How it happened was I had 3 retail shops and I was looking to bring in more customers. Okay, so I started going out and doing fashion shows. Yeah, but I didn't want to do the regular fashion shows. So I used to take the fashion shows into gyms, literally into gyms. People will be on the treadmill or on the cross trainer. And while they're doing that, I would be hosting a fashion show while they were out there exercising. Yeah. And I'd do that in gyms and bars and kind of like venues where you wouldn't expect a fashion show. So then I started doing them on stage, and I'd put on kind of like a stage show, fashion show, with an edge, okay? But what happened was the music that I played every time I started the show was Sade, Smooth Operator.
Yes.
Okay. And I've done several of these shows, and then people started calling me the Smooth Operator fashion show. Yeah. And I thought to myself, okay, why don't I just change my name to Smooth? Mm-hmm. And so this is 20 odd years ago, and I just did it by default. Changed my name to Roy Smoothe.
So it happened.
Yeah, and the funny thing was, I didn't just do it because I had to think about it because it was a family name and whatever else. Did I want to change my family name? What would my dad say and all that kind of thing? So I did speak to them first, and he just laughed. He says, "You do what you're going to do." Yeah, and I just went out, changed my name to Roy Smoothe. And if I went back deeper than that, actually, when I was running the retail shops, I remember close to the year 2000, the retail space was diving. Yeah, it was really struggling. And I just started doing my fashion shows then. And I thought I'd build a brand out of this. Then, unfortunately, one of my neighbouring shop owners, when the recession hit, his business went down. And he took his life. Yeah. And I never knew why, but I heard from some of the guys I knew that he took it because there's nothing else to live for. His business, that was his life.
Was.
And I thought to myself, wow, that happens to a lot of people. If their business goes, they go because their life is about their business. And I wasn't thinking about it strategically. And I thought, I needed to build a brand that can pivot to whatever business I want. If the economy goes, or, the business struggles, or I want to do something different, then I can build it on my brand, not build it on a business. Mm. And so going back to what you said, the Smoothe was the brand that I built it on. And it was quite funny, actually. I think about it now. Hotmail had just come out then, hotmail.com. And what did I call myself? The Smooth Operator at hotmail.com. It was funny now when you think about it. But yeah, that was a pivotal moment when I started on that Smooth journey, so to speak.
And you felt like attaching yourself to the brand, so it's all the one. It's not the business and there's me. No, I am the brand. I am the business.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And I wasn't even thinking in those terms, to be honest. Yeah.
But on reflection now,
that's what I did.
That's what's happened.
Yeah.
So then what would you say to young entrepreneurs now who are building their brands? What would you say to them who are maybe struggling with that?
To the ones that are building their brands and struggling building their brand.
Yeah.
First of all, I said, come and join my mastermind.
Of course.
I would, actually, that is the answer. I would say join a mastermind because I remember in the early stages of my brand, and I was talking to you about it earlier on.
Yes.
I started going to a mastermind group in London. It was at the Ritz in London. This is 2015, just as I was starting out on really developing my brand. And it was interesting because I remember, as you know, that story about Joe, my wife, she passed away, and I had to bring Joseph up on his own, by myself, sorry. Obviously, trying to save as much money as I could and build the business, look after Joseph, school, clothes, all that kind of stuff. So, money was tight. And I remember going from home to London on the coach for a £9 return, getting to London and actually staying. And funny enough, I was thinking about it this morning, staying in a hostel in Swiss Cottage, London. So I go on the coach, stay in a hostel in Swiss Cottage, and I remember, I'd go into the dormitory. There's like 6 beds. I'm going down there just in my casual jeans and whatever else, with my bag with my suit in and my briefcase. And I remember going to sleep, pulling the curtains on the, like the bunk, and actually having my suitcase and my bag in the bed with me so nobody would nick it. And then getting up in the morning, having a shower, and then putting on this fancy suit and then going to the Ritz. So I did that for 3 or 4 months, actually. And that's how committed I was to like building my brand. I did what it takes. Yeah. And going to the mastermind was the catalyst for me developing my ideas and moving forward and being around people with that next level mindset. Mm-hmm. And Mo, who was the mastermind mentor, he was just on it. I remember the first mastermind event I went to with Mo. He spoke for 5 minutes. And I said, "That's it, Mo." He says, "What do you mean?" I said, "I've heard enough now. I've got what I need. I can go home." Yeah. And but I didn't. I kept going for several 3 or 4 years, actually. Yeah. But it was there that I developed the ideas, met the people, had the accountability. Also, I leveraged the profile of actually doing it at the Ritz. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all those kind of like components I utilize to build my brand. Yeah. And so my son's 28 now, Joe. He must have been about 14 then, so it's 10 years ago, isn't it? And he has utilized the same strategies that I've done, the masterminds, being in the right room, and then the music that I do as well. That's been a big thing in terms of me developing my brand, and Joseph learning the mindset, the moves, the motivation for him to do what he's doing now. So for the young ones, you're a young person yourself. Yeah, we had that chat about, you're looking for a mentor, you're trying to develop your brand, you don't know where to turn, you're looking for ideas to move it forward. You're in the same position, yeah? And like I said to you, that's where you need to be, in a mastermind group, yeah? Right group, right people, right place, so you can maximize or leverage each of those situations, so to speak.
It's like what you hear them say, how if you're in a room with 5 people with the same mindset, you are the 6, whether that mindset is positive or that mindset is negative. Mm-hmm. Whatever room you're in, you're going to fit the frequency of that room and the people.
Don't.
You don't think so?
No.
If you're spending copious amounts of time?
No.
Okay.
I think if you're in a room with 5 people with the same kind of mindset, you bring another one, a different mindset to the room. And then that room goes to another level. To growth and develop. Okay. Yeah. Oh. So you might have a mindset, I'd be comfortable in a room with millionaires or billionaires, and I have been. Yeah. I'm not a millionaire, I'm not a billionaire, but I bring value to those guys. Yeah. If I came with the same kind of conversations that they were having, they'd just be thinking along that line. The room would. But Roy brings a different angle. That's why I get into a lot of high level groups, because I come with a different mindset. Yeah.
And it must be fantastic for you now, going from the story that you just shared to launching your own mastermind in the Ritz, here in London.
Yeah.
Tell me about how you got from here to here.
Masterminding. So it's been a musical journey. It started before the mastermind, actually, when Joseph was really small, and his mum was alive. And when she became ill, I decided to leave that corporate job we were talking about, where I worked, and to that company, from a few $100,000 to a multi-million-dollar company.
That's all right.
In it was less than 2 years, And at the peak of that, she got ill, and I took redundancy. And I thought, well, what am I going to do now? So I could be around the family, be with the family. And I just tapped into the internet. What I was thinking was, if I'd known when I was younger what I know now, I'd made some different moves. I was thinking, young people need to learn while they're young, the wisdom, the knowledge, the insight, direction, the goals, motivation.
Absolutely.
That's going to take them to the next level when they're older, and not wait till they get in that position and they've got to learn everything. Learn it before you get there. And so I just put in motivation for young people, and only one person came up in the UK, a guy called David Heiner, who's a very good friend of mine now. And I just gave him a ring and said, Dave, I've seen what you do. I'm looking to do that. Can you help me?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, in fact, what I'll do, I want to put on a event in my town. I want you to come and deliver it at my event. And then I saw what he did. And then I said, okay, I want to do that. I want to, how would you put it? I want to go along to your events and do the same thing, learn from you on the job. So I remember it's a while back, he'd be doing presentations in schools and colleges and universities and different events, and I'd be on stage with him, and learning how to develop my brand in that space. And so many stories doing that, to the point now, funny enough, I was with him a couple of weeks ago, and guess what we were doing? Masterminding.
Okay.
How he could take his massive goal principles to the next level, because that's what I used in essence to map my course.
Mm-hmm.
It was that's what he was delivering, this massive goal principle. And so that stuck with me. And funny enough, now we're looking at taking that to the States, that same principle.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see these journeys. It's kind of like a movie, really, isn't it?
Yes.
All these things that happen, and they take you from A to Z. I'm not at Z yet. Where am I now? I don't know. Probably I'm at S for Smoothe.
And it all comes back to the masterminds then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the major thing. Yeah.
So the importance of masterminds you definitely put up here.
Oh, totally.
For everybody, no matter what kind of area in life you're in, you need to be in a room with big thinkers.
Well, actually, I was just about to mention to you and John out there, the mastermind. I'm actually created a mastermind concept for 6 to 12-year-olds. That's what I'm working on now. We were talking about the statue in New York with all the animals around the mastermind, around the table. So I was there April this year in New York, and I saw that. And I took a photo, and I got a photo of me and on the table with the animals, because tourists could do that. And I went home and I said to ChatGPT, turn this into kind of like a cartoon-looking image with 12 animals. And now I've created my own animation program about masterminding using animal characters to help kids from like 6 to 12 and onwards to learn the secret of masterminding, how it can help them have a head start in life, learning skills, soft skills, strengthening the mindset, especially the mindset thing, because that's where they need help now, I think, kids. Yeah. Because again, all this noise from online, TikTok and whatever else, their minds have been pounded with nonsense. Yeah. And so the idea of the mastermind is to give them that focus, have fun, but focus on the stuff that's going to take them to the next level in their life. I always say next level. I don't know why I say that. Yeah. It's probably because I'm flying all the time, isn't it?
It's the stages of life. It's the next level.
Yeah.
But giving them those tools and those skills at such an early age will guide them so much into what they can develop, to be able to open up their eyes and their brains into what they can develop into.
Right.
You know, there's no limits really into what they can do and be, and it's showing them that anything is possible.
Exactly.
You know, as long as they get their head out of the screens and into the possibilities of the future and building themselves and being whatever it is that they want to be, it is possible.
Well, it's back to your high performance thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's a brilliant idea, the high performance thing, actually.
It's high performance from a different angle.
The mindset thing.
It's got mindfulness incorporated for longevity. So instead of just that big rush and that big buzz that you usually get from high performance workshops, it's more of it shines the torch on you to see, where are your blockers? Why are you not already performing at your highest? What's the thing that's stopping you, and how do we move it? So it's not just a big rush and then you go home and you hit the lull and you fall back into the cycles of where you've already been and what you've already been doing for the past number of years throughout your life.
Okay.
It's, you know, I don't know if you've ever heard the story about the man who walks down the street and he falls into a hole. And then eventually he sees a ladder and he climbs back out and he circles back around and he falls into the hole again, climbs up the ladder, walks back around, walks back up the street. And it takes him several times to realise, if I just sidestep this hole, I avoid this whole process of falling down the hole, climbing up the ladder and moving around the street again. It's like that. It's like noticing yourself, how to not fall into that hole. What is that thing that is stopping you? Because we all deserve to be the higher performance version of ourselves.
Right.
We do. You know this. Everybody deserves to be. So why not have the tools then?
Where did it come from, that concept?
Person? So it was my balloons and boxes theory, my keynote that I think you were present for my keynote.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah. Well done, by the way.
Thank you so much. That was a fantastic
keynote in a castle.
A keynote in a castle, first of many.
That's proper performance, isn't it?
It was good. But that's where it came from, was that we're carrying these things with us and we need to put them into a box and put it down, even if it's just temporarily.
Right.
You can pick it back up if you must, and if not, just leave it there.
Right.
Or put it into your balloon.
Where's your box?
And let it go.
You didn't bring the box today,
That's for my TED Talk. The balloons and boxes will be present at my TED Talk, don't worry.
Okay, cool. When's that? Have you got a TED Talk coming up?
I'm manifesting my TED Talk at the moment.
Okay. Got you. Okay.
I have no doubt it will happen.
Right. Okay, in my language, easy peasy. Yeah, you should be doing that in the next 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Max. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you've got the connections. Yeah, with your sister and or your sister-in-law. Yeah. The amazing Karen Weaver. Just putting a plug in for Karen there. Yeah, but you've got connections, and she's got connections. You know, if you can't do a TED Talk within 6 months, you're not a high performance coach. Yeah, because you just need to go out there and just utilize them.
Well, it's like what you said earlier about, you just created that opportunity for yourself. It wasn't there, and you drew the door and opened the handle and walked through, and there wasn't a door even there in the first place.
Right.
You created the opportunity and stepped into it.
Well, where do you want to do the TED Talk?
Oh, wow. Where would I like
location-wise?
UK. Definitely UK.
Wow.
Maybe Belfast. I'm thinking Northern Ireland, Belfast, big city. I love the energy. Living in Northern Ireland myself.
Right.
I'm quite liking Belfast at the moment, just for its vibe in general.
Is anybody doing that at the moment?
Of course, there's a TED Talk in Belfast. There's Stormont, and I'm sure there are more.
Okay.
Just on the outskirts of the city as well, but that's definitely worth researching.
Okay. All right. What would it take for you to get on one of their stages now?
Just to contact the right people and rehearse. I already know my talk. I know I've seen it so many times in my head doing my TED Talk. Right.
Interesting, actually. I'm just thinking, I've got some ideas for that. Yeah. And funny enough, talking about TED Talks, I was at a kind of an inner circle and mastermind event in the US in Vermont, that area. And anyway, I met the guy who was responsible for helping Simon Sinek develop his brand. Yeah. The actual guy who is behind it, behind the scenes. And I had a good chat with him. We were actually presenting both on branding. He was into branding, I was as well.
Okay.
And he was saying, that's what he's known for. And he was a magician as well. And it was just simple. And it's kind of, why do you want to do a TED Talk?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
To spread awareness of my concept, because it is fantastic, and I do believe that everybody should be aware that they actually have the tools to put things down and let things go.
Right.
It's such a simple concept, but it's so helpful in the real world.
But why will a TED Talk help you do that in your mind?
It's a platform where people go when they want knowledge and they want to learn something new. You look for a TED Talk. Well, I know I do.
Is that what you do? You go online?
I would, yeah, and watch TED Talks. I think they're fantastic.
Okay. Right, yeah. Interesting, that's part of my concept of music. What I do with the music is turning TED Talks into song tracks.
Well, now that's interesting.
Yeah. There you go.
I felt that there.
You got that, yeah? Because you go online, you hear it, and then you forget that message, when you turn off your phone or your PC or whatever else. Yeah, part of it sticks, but it's not ingrained in your thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. The overall general messages, but that's what I do. I take content, speeches, talks, interviews, podcasts, and I turn them into song tracks. Yeah. I didn't mention it to you, actually, because I just wanted to see, okay, what's she going to do then?
This is fantastic.
Because like I said, I don't normally do podcasts. And so if anybody's asked me in the last 3 years and I've said no, my apologies, but these guys got me.
And I'm honoured to have you here on Ciara Talks.
Yeah. And I'll have to start doing them now, won't I?
Absolutely.
But what I was going to say, I never said anything to you about the music side because I'd find out, what direction you were getting in. But here's how I work. You've got your message about high performance.
Yes.
You turn that into a song track. It becomes an anthem that goes out online. And then straight away you've got thousands, potentially millions already listening to your message. Yeah. And it's, you construct it, in terms of like doing a campaign on your brand message. So you kind of like speeding up the process because you want visibility and awareness, don't you, really? Yeah. So you find I'm not saying you find, I built this ecosystem with the music and whatever else for people to like accelerate that process. Yeah. Even with this talk. I think why I did it is because I'm very mindful of life in life. I think that's one of my strengths.
Yes.
Yeah, especially with all the different stories I've had and the journey through life. My thing, you probably heard me say, I'm one of the happiest guys on the planet. Yeah. If it weren't Roy Smoothe, it would have been Mr. Happy. Yeah. With a hat like the Mr. Men. Do you remember
Mr.
them?
Happy in a hat.
In a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very mindful about everything. And, I understand being mindful about performance. It all makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. And I kind of like get where you're going and I see the potential and I see that, this is kind of like you're in a launch zone at the moment. You're on the, you're just getting on the plane.
Yes.
Yeah. Ready to.
Boarding.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Ready to. Exactly. But it could be massive. And so that's what I help people do. Yeah. Because I've got that masterminding thinking. Then I've got that mindfulness where, I think about my own journey. I just think about things in the moment, even if I'm on the train, sometimes I just stop myself and say, Roy, get off your phone, look out the windows. There's some cows, there's some sheep, say trees or a lake or whatever else. Just being mindful and present, yeah. But actually bringing that into a business or branding situation, yeah. Which you could see, this morning, I told you the story this morning. I got up and I thought, why am I taking all these clothes everywhere? And I thought about it. Roy, that's your business.
That's you.
Take your suitcase. Don't worry about it. And so, I changed for this interview because I just
I'm
wanted
glad
to...
you did. Now we've got Pac-Man on set.
But it's mindfulness, isn't it? If you know what I mean. Thinking, what's going to work, And I said, what outfit's going to suit your setting best? You choose. And it's not just about me. It's about the guest, the presenter, sorry, because it's your program. I know I'm talking a lot, but I just think what you're doing is cool. Yeah. And it's kind of... how do you accelerate it and take it to the next level?
The next level.
By this time next year. Yeah.
The next steps.
It's there.
There's so much to think about. But you really did give some golden nuggets there when you were speaking about being mindful, because I believe people miss so many moments of their lives because they're not being mindful, and people mix up mindfulness and meditation.
Right.
And they're not the same thing. Meditation is where you sit and you clear your thoughts. Mindfulness is bringing yourself into the present moment, being fully aware without judgment. And that for me is the golden bit of mindfulness.
Okay.
Without judgment. So you're in the present moment. No matter what is happening around you, you have that full control of that moment.
Right.
How you react, what you think, what you say, what you don't say, everything in that moment, it's all on you.
Do you talk to yourself?
Do I talk to myself?
Yeah.
Internally?
Both.
We had, myself and Johnny had a conversation about this recently, about your inner monologue.
Yeah.
Do you hear it in your own voice? Is it like a narrative, or are they just thoughts?
Okay.
My answer was it's my voice. Obviously, I'm a presenter and I love to talk to people, so it's not surprising that it would be in my own voice. Whereas Johnny said that his are just thoughts. There's no voice. It's just the thoughts, but then Johnny's very black and white and I am very much colourful.
Okay.
Personality-wise. Do you hear your own thoughts?
I talk to myself.
Out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. In what kind of situation?
Not on a regular basis.
As like reminders or in what kind of...
Prompts, I'd say. Yeah.
Like pep talks?
Not so much pep talks, to be honest. More prompts, mindfulness prompts, I'd call them. Yeah, so if I'm in a scenario and it bothers me, I say to myself, Roy, why is that bothering you?
Oh, so you...
Or I don't say, Roy, why isn't it bothering you? Because I don't talk like that. I say, why is this bothering me? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, even when I was telling you about, deciding to bring my case of one of my different outfits, I said, Roy, that's your business. Take your case. I said that to myself. Yeah. So I don't do that all day. It's just like when I need that prompt, that mindful prompt to do something that's going to impact my life or my business. It happens then. And because I live down by the sea. Yeah, literally across the road and I'm down on the beach.
Oh.
So every morning I get up, I go for a walk. In fact, I started doing it when I was living in the country. I made that a habit, goal, and a must-do thing.
So it's a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I managed to do it for a good, especially when Joseph was young, 10 plus years. Yeah. Get up, shower, go for a walk, don't touch social media until I got to a bench in the countryside with a good view. Then I could get on the phone because I've experienced everything. Yeah. Because I was being mindful about my life and my world. Yeah. And even now, I just think to myself, keep that going. And the funny thing was the other day, actually, there's a swimming pool downstairs and a gym. Yeah. And I thought, Roy, you haven't been in the pool for like 4 or 5 months. I said, what are you doing? Yeah. So I went to the gym and I took my stuff and then I went in the pool and I got there and I think, why did you stop? I said to myself, why did he stop doing this? Yeah. And I just thought to myself, right, set that to be imperative that 2 or 3 times a week you go down and you swim. Yeah. As well as the walking and whatever else, because you can just rush through life without being mindful of it. Yeah. And going back to the branding and the masterminding, yeah, is all these elements, you bring that into masterminding as well. I think, most people go down masterminding as it's all about systems and processes and strategies. Yeah. Whereas really, yes, that's part of it, but the mindset and the mindfulness and the implementation is really what takes you to the next level when you've got all those systems in place. Because if you're not in the right mind, you're not going to follow those systems or processes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not.
One, if you haven't got the right mindset, definitely if you're not mindful, yeah, you need the motivation. So masterminding is just not about strictly business. It's about having the right mind and attitude towards yourself. Because I always say life first, business second. Yeah.
But you need to build on sturdy foundations, and you are your foundations, no matter if you build business or if you go on to be an athlete, whatever it is that you do.
Yeah.
You yourself are your own foundations. And that comes into higher performance too, along with the masterminds. It's looking at yourself and going, am I sturdy? Am I full? How's my cup? Is it full? Is it empty? How's your cup, Roy?
Oh, this is good. It's my own coffee, by the way. Yeah. Mindfulness, coffee. I bring my own coffee everywhere.
I know, and that was thinking ahead as well.
Yeah, I do all the time. It's funny. It makes me laugh sometimes. Even when I'm on the plane and they're serving coffee, I say, yeah, just get me water. I'll bring my own coffee.
And that never leaves you stuck because you've got you.
Yeah, it's my environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, going back to mindfulness and, masterminding, I mastermind my environment. Yeah.
Explain that to me.
So, okay, the best way I could put it is kind of like, all right, the best scenario is, because I fly a lot, I get a lot of upgrades, to fly first class. Yeah, and obviously I get the points as well. And so most people, that's enough, yeah? But I think, okay, I want the best experience, I want the best sleep, and I want maximum comfort, yeah? Bring my own coffee, bring my own seat cushion, I bring my own pillows, blanket, yeah, because I just want to be comfortable. Yeah. And that's how I take it to another level. And I don't care what other people think, but I'm in my zone. I want to be in that frame of mind that when I get off the plane or when I get home, I'm comfortable and relaxed, because it's all about my mindset. Yeah, and the flight is just part of that journey. So, yeah, down to that kind of tea. Yeah, going that extra. People talk about going the extra mile for other people, don't they? Well, and they don't go the extra mile for themselves.
And you know yourself that much that you know bringing your pillows.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do to make that experience top notch for you specifically.
Exactly.
So many people are walking around and I don't think they genuinely know themselves.
Right.
Or even what those little tricks would be.
Right.
To help them to maintain that happy state.
Yeah, it's a funny one. It makes you laugh, actually. It always makes me smile. It's kind of funny. We might cut this one out, but we'll see. It's kind of like, it's kind of like guys, when they go to the bathroom on an airplane, know, it's kind of like the plane's flying, shaking all over the place, or turbulence, how do you aim straight? Yeah, I'll come up with a strategy for that as well. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's funny. We might cut this piece out. It's like, you kind of like, you got the toilet there, and then you got the thing there, and you just lean on it, so your body just flows through the plane. Do you know what I mean? So even that. No. But the funny thing is, it's stuff like that young people don't know. Yeah. As silly as it sounds, when they get on an airplane and they want to go in the bathroom, they don't think of that kind of thing, about being comfortable and whatever else. And then taking it to another level really is, I remember Joseph, he's been an entrepreneur as well. And I said, Joe, life first, business second. because he was all about being on it all the time, not traveling, high performance, getting stuff done. I said, get it done, Joe, but get a life. Yeah. And I think, and I was even thinking about it a few days ago, everybody online now, it's about get it done, make it happen. Yeah. High performance and whatever else. But they don't think about
mindfulness.
No, they don't. So I think if you did, your performance would be far greater.
And see, you have been a role model to Joseph for so many years as well. I think when you're a parent, mindfulness is kind of like second nature, because you've got this thing that you care about more than anything in the world. They're watching you and you're creating moments with them that are going to shape their memories and who they then become. So you're so much more aware of your circumstances and that fairy tale that you're trying to create for them.
Right.
And it kind of forces you to be mindful.
Well, I created a horror story.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, because...
just momentarily.
No, well, I'm saying that tongue in cheek, really. I'm with Joseph because he's followed my path. And, I told him, I said about him, life first, travel, get a life. Now, he's left the country. With his girlfriend, he's gone to live on the other side of the world. Yeah, and
it's kind of bittersweet, isn't it? Because you miss him, but it's good that he's adventuring.
Yeah. So basically, him and Tyler, his girlfriend, they just go to a different country every 3 months, and they live and they work there, and they're experiencing the world while they're doing their business. Yeah, they call them digital nomads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But to the degree, they're left. Yeah, and they're just coming back for visits now, which is good. Yeah, and I thought about that. At first I was a bit upset. Yeah, and then I thought about it. Okay, Roy, why are you upset? It's because it's not round the corner. I can't just jump on a train. I've got to fly 16 hours to go and see him, whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought, spin it around. That's a good holiday. Yeah, he's going to be in. He's in Paraguay at the moment. Argentina next, and then I thought, that's my holiday. Yeah, Argentina. Then they're going to Brazil, and then I think Thailand after that. If I want to go and see him, then I can go see him, have a holiday, because I fly quite a bit anyway. So back to mindfulness. It's like really thinking about what is it, what's the impact of scenarios on your thinking and your heart. How you feel in your spirit, yeah? And then the masterminding is how do you coordinate your life and situations and business to help you get into the position that you want to. So like if he's in Argentina, perfect place for me to go and do an event. He's there, he's working with business people and say, Joe, I've already spoke to him about it already anyway, let's do an event.
It would almost be foolish not to do that with the opportunity right there.
Right. So, and funny enough, talking about, masterminds and mentor, he's like a mentor now. Yeah. He's on my case, actually. His big thing is now, he'll be quite proud that I'm doing this video, because he's saying, Dad, you need to get on and start doing videos and doing a YouTube channel and whatever else.
Absolutely.
And he's right. And it's funny, a lot of the stuff he's telling me now is stuff that I was teaching him when he was younger, especially through the music. So
that's carried across into him.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's good. It's good. It's a pretty neat story, really. Yeah. And it's funny, with the dress and whatever else. I remember when he was. What was he? He must have about 16 or something. I remember we both were, he was going to college or something. And I was going into town with him to go to college. I wasn't going to college, he was. And we got on the bus and he flashed his ID card under 18. Then I got on. I was kind of like dressed like I do, different. And the guy asked me for my ID card as well. So Joseph goes, oh, there you go, Dad. He goes, I wish you'd dressed properly. Yeah. And that was, probably about 10 years ago. And now, just the other week, we were chatting and he says, Dad, I get it. You're a brand. Yeah.
Mm.
And what you do is, I can see it works now. Yeah. And he's telling me to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
He's saying, Dad, you're wasting it. Yeah. Literally, he says, you could do more than what you're doing now. And I agree. But the mindfulness of what I want in life is my priority.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. High performance comes with costs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Financial costs, family costs, lifestyle costs. And so you have to be mindful about all those areas to decide what you want to be doing and where you want to be going and who you want to be working with and how you want to be operating.
What you devote yourself to.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And I know I keep talking about masterminding. I guess it's because I'm doing that mastermind thing for young people. It's kind of, even masterminding your lifestyle is something that I do with my clients. In fact, that's where I start, Ciara. It's kind of, most people will say, okay, I want to take my business from here to there. And I don't even start there. I said, where do you want to be? Not financially, but in yourself.
And do you find that people are reluctant to take that look in the mirror, let's say?
No, because nobody's ever said that to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and on a few occasions they've ended up in tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, because tears of, oh wow, I see what the opportunity is.
Mm.
Tears of, I'm angry because I wish I'd done that earlier. And tears, frustration, but at the end of it, it's kind of like empowered.
And pride, I imagine.
Yeah.
Proud of themselves. I mean, by pride, I mean by moving to the next level.
Seeing that
That
opportunity.
sense of pride in themselves.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because part of that is seeing where they are, where they've come from, but building in to the factoring it in. Where do I want to go? Yeah, and I'm seeing it a lot now. Actually, seems every time I have a conversation, everybody wants. I wouldn't say everybody. Young people, it's different. It's kind of like before. It's kind of like I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. Yeah, but now it's kind of like I want to be doing something that I love.
But you need to fill.
And making money. Sorry.
You need to fill in the gaps. I want to be a billionaire, and I want to be a millionaire. Fantastic. Then what?
Exactly.
Do you think you're going to be fulfilled then?
Right.
You know, who are you? What are you? What is your purpose? You know?
Where do you go and check that out?
How do you discover that?
Exactly.
Mastermind.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, mindfulness and mastermind is like a good combination.
They're starting to align very beautifully here.
Yeah. I was talking to some of my network in the States about it. Not the mindfulness piece, that were, I wasn't thinking down that route, but it was mental strength, mindset, masterminding, motivation. And that's where I was thinking, but you have that mindfulness element. Yeah, and I can see how it all works, but put all those pieces together makes really crafting a really good life. Yeah, business life and personal life. I'm going to Mumbai. When is it? In a couple of weeks, and I'm doing a mastermind
in Mumbai,
branding boot camp in Mumbai. Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, and we called it Brand Life Transformation because they've all got their businesses. Yeah, and they want to take their businesses to the next level. But one of the keys is how do they take their lives to the next level while they're building their business. So that's why we've called it Brand Life Transformation. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I'll fill you on that when we come back.
Please do. I would love to hear.
Yeah.
what we stand for seems to very much align with the MBHP and your mastermind.
What do you call it? MBHP?
MBHP, mindfulness-based higher performance.
Got it. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Roy Smoothe, thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Ciara Talks. If you loved this conversation, then share it, tag us, and let us know what your favourite insight from today was. Each season, the guest with the most amount of views will be invited back on for the next season, so your support could help bring them back here again. Sponsorship opportunities are now open, so if you or your brand feel aligned with Ciara Talks, then reach out at admin@ciaralouise.life. I'll see you all at the next episode.